All right, we are on the beach. Paddle got canceled, but it was gonna start way down there and then go out across down there. And you had to get past those breakers, which are pretty big. That was a little too dangerous yesterday and got canceled. So Nick, what the heck are we doing on the beach?
We're walking to Cathedral Cave, which is a very famous cave. You've probably seen pictures of it. You go in super deep. High tide you swim, middle low tide you can walk, so we're gonna walk to it. Then there's a new paddle route that takes a river down to an estuary, and then they layered on a bunch of trekking onto it, it appears. Or just like out and backs or some points to equalize the time. And then from there we transition to coasteering. We get to go see some penguins, which I'm stoked about. And then from there we go back, transition, hop on bike and go. We're a bit concerned about time, so we've been doing math for the last 45 minutes to try to figure out self-imposed cutoffs and strategy to make sure that we have ample time to get back to the finish and collect all of the mandatory points that are worth 100 each, and debating about, you know, lower level points and what we want to do. So it's kind of where we're at right now. Everyone's feeling good. We've slept like 6 hours, so we're pretty solid right now.
Excellent. Yep. Fresh team, ready to rock. All right, this is the last of our little sunrise. We're about to go into a cave over here. Okay, apparently this cave goes back here pretty deep, so we're gonna keep going. Right now it's like a couple trains could go through here, but I have a feeling it's gonna start getting smaller. So we're way in back of the cave now. We got our CP. Yep. It's like a potato up there. What is that? It's like a potato. Weird. So it's rocky, slippery, and the water comes all the way up in here, I guess, at high tide. All right, coming back out. A little wetter on this side. Man, it's a big cave. Right on the coast. Sun's starting to come up. That was super cool. Although I hate to miss the paddling on the coast. The waves yesterday were probably double that size, and today looks horrifying. So I think the RD made a good call and shut it down. All right. Okay, it's been a little hectic, but we have our boats in the water now on this little river that we're paddling instead of the coast. Had to do a portage around because some of the river has got sticks and crap across it, but other than that, this is a nice little, almost feels like a rainforest in a South American country. It's kind of fun. We're here with another team. It's on the chilly side. Not too bad. It's not raining.
Yeah.
Very cool. We're gonna go all the way out to the coast. Pretty ferns. Sun's coming out. This is gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna have fun. We're paddling, and then we're gonna do coasteering. And if we don't see penguins, Nick's gonna be mad. The sun coming out and all the ferns being lit up. Oh, and then Nick pushing us so we can't. Paddled around the river, made it back to the coast, and so we're not allowed to go in the ocean because of the safety team. So here we are. Got our rafts, bug nets.
That wouldn't be a bad
Everybody's loading down. We are off. We have to walk all the way down to the end and then take a road up to the next estuary. All right, so we've walked down this long beach with heavy packs. Now we're gonna go into the jungle a little bit and walk the road all the way kind of to a little town. Hopefully we can get some food. And then gotta go get 2 points on the other side of a little river, so we gotta re-inflate the pack rafts. She thought the bike whack was bad, but then there's this road march. It's just brutal. So here we are. This was the beach. We just walked. We popped out way down there at the tip, and then walked all along there, and then came up. And here we are doing a road slog. Everybody loves
the coasteering down there.
Oh yeah, everybody loves road slogs. So the coasteering we're about to put in down there, and then walk along the coast and pop out right down there, and then back to where we just got off the water. That is the game plan today, and it's a beautiful day to be doing this. Stopped at the store, got some Cokes, ate some ice cream. I got an apple. Then we walked over the bridge, we pack rafted across this little river, parked the pack rafts, and now we are getting ready to follow our fearless navigator, Nick, on a 45-minute to an hour hike out to go get 2 checkpoints. Then we head back here, and we paddle back across the river, probably with the tide quite a bit higher. So we are hoping that this does not take too long, because our pack rafts might be underwater or above water, floating. Nothing like an AR shuffle on day 4. thisABILITY still has it in them. Sugar rush. Another long walk on the beach. Dave's gonna go run.
I'm gonna go bag it.
Yeah. As long as you stay within 100 meters. Got this beautiful view of rocky coastline. This is where we would have come around that coast over there with the pack raft and come all the way in. Came in through these breakers, got in the CP, and then made our way back over here to the TA. That was the original design of the course. Had to be changed because the weather was crazy. We did get confirmation with it. We're pretty sure that they needed actually helicopters to fish some people out of the water. Some people got in rip currents. You know, they're out there for 8 or 9 minutes swimming, trying to get out of the riptide. Boats couldn't get near them because it was near the rocks or something. The safety boat, the water was too big for that, so the safety boat had to back out. Everybody got done. They were fine. They made it, you know, everybody's safe, traumatized, you know. But there's lots of rumors running around between the different teams that keep hearing stuff. But basically, the swells picked up midday. It got really bad. Race director called it, but there were the people that were out there on the water that needed to be turned around and told to come back. And then a lot of them, when they were trying to get off the water, the swells had picked up so much that it was a lot more than they could handle. So either way, seems like just it's what happens when weather changes. Safety plan took effect, everybody got out safe, but they made the right call to shut it down.
But for us, it was actually pretty good timing. Like, at being past mid-pack, it kind of benefited us because the people just in front of us got on the water and then had to come off, and you know, they did get a time equalization, but anyway, I think we got more rest. We didn't get traumatized. We had enough trauma during the bike hike down the mountain. Anyway,
yep.
it benefited us kind of.
Yeah. All right, yeah. Marked safe. Here we are in the beach with this really fast team. They're clearing the course. They've put in like 200K more than we have, and we're at the same spot, but we're in front.
I just saw you guys run down the beach, so I think that's killing me. We're actually calculating at the moment how tight we can run this.
You're doing what we just did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we have a 2-hour penalty to deal with as well.
Oh.
We broke a derailleur and they fixed it for us.
Yeah.
We think it's 2 hours. We got to find out.
Yeah.
We'll check it.
This is the downhill that we were scared to death we would break our bike. They broke their bike.
We did flat toe someone for.
You might as well
Yeah, that's a hard toe.
well.
All right, made it back across. Quick transition back over to Trek, and we'll be heading to the TA. All right, we're leaving the yard sale. That is our TA there, and we are heading out on the coasteering section. So we're kitted out with just some Ando gear and our wetsuits, and they just said that it is one of the most beautiful parts of this entire club. I'm so glad to see that thisABILITY is not the only one that does yard sales. Okay, making it look easy.
Of course, I leave the TA and I put on my wetsuit backwards. So I'm sitting out here, I have to take my shoes back off, my socks back off, my watch off, turn my wetsuit around. Most wetsuits have the zipper in the back, but no, there's Farmer John zipper's in the front. Okay, we're back on track.
Okay, we got across our first little swim, and we didn't film it. We'll film another one. We got our first CP, and look, this is another one of the swims here we have to do. Look at David doing it real nice and easy. Nick's about to do it. Yep. Excellent. Don't go, don't go. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, go, 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 go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. The sand is pink. Kind of wild.
Coasteering for the win. This is a beautiful day.
Yes.
Beautiful setting. The water's not even that cold when it's nice and sunny out.
Yep. This is gonna be fun. Got a little penguin guy hanging out here on the edge. This one was a little dicey, so we pulled out the throw rope and we used that to get across. That worked really well. I would imagine we're gonna use it. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I don't know what this is. We're in New Zealand. Maybe it's kelp. I don't know. Weird. Yeah. Look at all the snails. There's thousands of them. It's like alien life forms. Boom! Number 26. Whoa. They just said the swim we did here is like, this is the toughest of the day. Like the waves are big and bashy. We got bashed around a little bit, but we made it in. We're off to our next adventure, which is going in this, we gotta cross this channel and go right around this rock. Should be a good time. But these guys gave us the details. Thumbs up, thank you. Holy crap. Woo! Who does this crap? Alright, it's not all scary. Okay, so
Can we go across? I want to double check where we're at.
this is the weirdest looking stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen kale in the live wild, but it is some alien looking stuff. I mean, oh, I would not want to be like swimming down in that. Next up, we have a down climb down this big rock face, but so far it's drippy and pretty good. So we're not thinking it's too much trouble. You like it? Okay. So that's the rock wall we just came down into the water. I mean, you know, waves come up there. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. Off we go. Okay, so next up, we just swim across, just like Dave did. Trying to rock climb down to this ledge down here and then jump across the kelp and make it over there where the safety guys are.
There's a nice rock climb hold there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a jug. Let's call that local air.
Go, go, go! Woo! Nice. Kind of crazy. They're trying to get out and they're in the kelp. So as long as you get there with a lull, then you can get in. Not when the waves hit, because the kelp just runs you right out. This is nuts. Okay. Good job. Oh, here you go, go here. There you go. Well done. Good to take it fully off.
And who made sure I was home?
You were fine. Oh my god.
You guys are on a homeward trip from here.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Yeah, dead easy.
And nothing like swimming through kelp. Leaving. Okay.
You probably all want to come back and do it without.
We came from all the way down, way down at the very end.
Came all the way through here. Apparently we have to swim in a cave somewhere. Hard to beat the views.
Really, really great.
Okay, so we came across another team. We're supposed to follow the coast, and they said that there was a chute, and now that it's high tide, waves are just too gnarly, too dangerous. They tried to get across, couldn't do it, and even had to rope the guy out of the water. Look at the sheep over there, chilling out. So we're going up and over to a farm with beautiful views. Try to drop back down the other side. See if we can grab the checkpoint and skip the chute and no die today. All right, we got some wildflowers. Unconnected. All right, it's pretty out here. We're climbing back down, trying to get to the checkpoint. All right, so we almost made it around. We see a gate. This is the same way we came up when we came off the beach. We'd pack rafted to there, we walked around, and we walked up this. So we're familiar with this area. Our drop bags are gonna be here, so we'll have some food and water. Go get us some more CPs along the coast safely. All right, we're back on the beach. That's where the chute was over there. I think our cave is somewhere over here we're looking for. Eventually we get that CP, head back. They did say the tide has gone out now enough that you can actually get across the chute, but we did the up and over and around trying to not sit around and wait too long, but probably would have been smarter just to wait the tide out. But either way, we're having fun, the views are good, weather's good. So this was the chute, I think. I'm now knee deep in water. Wow, yeah. We're in the cave. Heading up to get the seaweed, or the kelp. Pretty weird, huh? So the waves are out now, but let's see what happens. I'm probably gonna get swamped, but let's see. Oh yeah, you could just, like you could wade through this, but it's 3 or 4 feet deep when the big waves come through. Wild. Yeah, it's dangerous 1 minute, and the next minute, it's a walk in the park. Hey, what'd you think about that leg, Andrea?
I am so glad it's over. Yeah, I think that's probably the hardest thing I've done in an adventure race. And luckily I had 3 really strong teammates and, you know, a couple to go first to show me how to do it. And then my lifesaver Chip here, who was right by my side like every second. And then the last swim had a safety boat and 2 safety guys that threw a rope right at me. Actually, it hit me in the head and knocked off my visor, but I was so glad it came far enough because it's kind of hard to throw those just the right place. It came right to me and I grabbed it and they pulled me in, and you know, you have to scramble out among the kelp and the rocks, and I mean, that was legit. Like, seriously, I'm pretty proud of myself, but I'm more proud of my team, and especially Chip, my guy.
Aw. And you've been stressing about this since they showed the video, right?
Well, yeah, for like a year.
Yeah.
And then they've had, you know, lead up with more and more information. It's like, oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, they showed a drone flying around this coast with people getting bashed around in the waves, and it looked scary, so.
Well, in my previous life, I lived in American Samoa, and there's rocky cliffs like this, lava rock along the edge, and people all the time would get hurt there. A couple of people, while we lived there, were taken out to sea and died. And so I've had a little bit of trauma around things like this. So to see it done, you know, in a safe way and with the skills that I've learned since way back then, it's exciting. Yeah.
All right, quick transition back over to regular clothes. Still loaded down with all the life jackets and the wetsuits, but we are now leaving the beach and heading back in the direction of the finish line. I think this is the furthest south point that we're going. This coasteering section was probably one of the biggest crux of the race. It's all gonna be easy as pie from here on out. Cowhead. Okay, so now let's look at the possum. It's right there. Let's see what happens when I throw a cowhead at the possum.
Oh, God.
He attacked it.
Is he dying?
He might be. He might be flipping out because of the poison.
Oh. Because
He was not acting normal. He came at me.
And because they had the poison. Where's the sign for the poison?
It's right there.
Get this, Chip.
Do that?
Potassium cyanide.
Yeah, the animal's dying, so he's gonna freak out.
So he's freaking out and gonna kill us. So David, you go first.
I got it.
I don't know how to see it now. Poor thing. Can't help his face.
He was just barely hiding, so be careful. Don't get bit by some cyanide rabbit animal. There he is. Oh yeah, he's wacky, isn't he? Come on now, get. Oh yeah, he's dying. Wow. Yeah, when he started jumping around, coming at me, I was like,
They're
what
invasive
the
species.
hell?
They kill the kiwi birds. They got to get rid of them.
All right, back to normal life now. Drama over. I just smacked a possum on the head with a cow skull, and he attacked it.
Yeah, when you're doing this,
That's what you do on a normal. What is
Isn't
it,
that what
Friday
you do?
night,
Yeah,
Thursday
it's
night?
normal
Whatever.
Friday night.
this is why you're the reason we have to put in the fucking rules of travel. Hey, don't fuck with the wildlife. I'm gonna put parentheses, Chip died.